Okay students, we have another two question with division. So before go to the question with multiplication, if you can argue, we can do it without logarithm table. Okay, we can accept the argument. What about division? If you have decimal place on division in any of the places, any of the syllabus, you can't have any other method because it is critical to remember the values of the decimal place on the denominator. Okay, so the only way, the easiest way is using logarithm table. The steps are similar. While we have division, we got a subtraction like before the addition. Okay, so the division part, we write the final value as x 24.83 divided by 3.57 like the first step. So the next step, I think you get familiar with the steps. You have to add logarithm for both sides of the equation. So LG, the always in this step you have to write the given value whatever it is within the bracket. So 24.83 divided by 3.57. Okay, now we are going to use the right side and we are going to find the logarithm. Okay, before go that, if we have two values as a division in a single logarithm, the law says you can write it as separately as a subtraction. So LG 24.83 subtraction LG 3.57. So if it is a multiplication, we can write it as addition. Division, we can write it as subtraction. What we studied in the logarithm 1 theory. Okay, logarithm 1 session, we always use this theory. Okay, so we have the step to find the logarithm, because each and every number need a logarithm sign to use logarithm table. So 24.83, 24 means we have two digits, subtract 1, so 1 point. So 24.83, 24.8 is 3945, and the third column you have 5, another 5. 3945 plus 5, 3950. So 3950. Okay. The next number 3.57. Before decimal you have one digit. So subtract 1. So 0. 0.357. So 35th row, 7th column. You have 5527. So 5527. So like before we have addition, now we have subtraction. So do the subtraction. So 0 minus 7. So 10 minus 7 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. 9 minus 5 is 4. 13 minus 5. 3 minus 5, you can't subtract. So take, borrow 1 from the before digit. So 13 minus 5, it is 8. So if you borrow from this, you have 0. So 0 minus 0 is 0. So while you look at the logarithm and do the addition subtraction, you need to write the right hand side what we have. So LGX. From this step, you are going to use the knowledge of anti-logarithm. So we need to find x. So we need to change the logarithm other part of the equation. So it will change as anti-log 0.8423. So find 8423. Okay, 8423. We have 8420. It is on 69th row, 5th column. So 6.95. So additionally we need a 3. So 3 is on 5th column. Into 10 to the power 0. So finally x equal 6.955. Okay, if you divide 24.83 by 3.57, the answer will be 6.955. So this is how we are using logarithm table for a division working. Okay, so we have the fourth question. In this question we have multiplication and division both. So usually in the exam questions we have multiplication and division on both, and we are going to use logarithm table and find the values. Okay, the first step, the usual step, we need to write the value with the algebraic term 236.2 into 27.3 all over 11.7. The next step, we need to add logarithm both sides of the equation. So LGX equal LG. Remember, write what you have, what you given with inside the bracket. So into 27.3 over 11.7. Okay, right. So we have multiplication and division both on a logarithm. So if you have multiplication on a logarithm, you can write it as addition. If you have division, you can write it as subtraction. But in this case, you have both together. So what we are going to do, always we take like this. So first step, we write the division first, and then we go for the multiplication. Always we write the division first. So we think the numerator part as a single value. In this step, we think the numerator part, but we have two different values on the numerator. But we think like A over B. So LG A over B. We think entire numerator as a single value. So if you have LG A over B, what is the step? You write LG A minus LG B. Okay, so whatever in the numerator part, think like a single value. So if you separately write it as, right, so LG within bracket 236.2 into 27.3, think like a single value. Then subtraction, LG 11.7. Okay, then now you have logarithm, single logarithm with multiplication. Now you can separate. Okay, so first step, we always get the subtraction, we get the division and we write it as a subtraction. While we do this step, on the numerator we have so many values, but we think as a single value. Okay, now after this subtraction, we write it as subtraction, we can expand the multiplication also. So here we have multiplication with single log, so we can change as separate logs with addition. Right? So it is easy when you finish the division, then you came for numerator for multiplication. Okay, so remember these steps and repeatedly watch this video and recognize these steps. Okay, so now basically we have 3 logarithm values to find, and the other steps are very similar. So in this question you have a new way. Okay, so 236.2, we need to find the logarithm. Before the decimal place we have 3 digit, subtract 1, so 2 point. So 2362, 23.6, we have 3729 and 2362. So on the second mean difference we have 4. So 33, 3733 I think, 3733. So plus 27.3. Before decimal you have 2 digit, subtract 1, so 1 point. So 27.3, that is 4362. Then subtraction 11.7. So you have 2 digits, so subtract 1, so 1 point. So 11.7. 11 7 you have 0682. Okay. So before examples, after the logarithm, after you find logarithm, we have only addition or we have only subtraction. In this question, we have both addition and subtraction. So what we are going to do? So always in the logarithm question, use one by one. First we are going to add, then we are going to subtract. Okay. So the addition part, 3 plus 2 5, 3 plus 6 9, 7 plus 3 10, 1 remaining, and 5 plus 3 8, 2 plus 1 3. So we done the addition part. So the write the remaining. Okay, then we can do the subtraction. So one by one. So 5 minus 2, that's 3, 9 minus 8 1, so 10 minus 6, that is 4, 7 minus 0 7, 3 minus 1, that's 2. So this is the end part of the logarithm. So on that end part, we need to write the right hand side. So LGX. So if you need the value of x, you need to find the anti-logarithm. So LGX equal 2.7413. So you need to find 7413. 7412 we have. 7412 we have on the 55th row. So 5.5 first column. So we have 1. So that is on our first mean difference. So before the decimal character we have 2. We write it as 10 to the power 2. So the last step, you need to write x equal antilog 2.7413. So then you are going to find the antilogarithm, that is 5.511 into 10 to the power 2. Okay, final answer x will be 551.1. So if you multiply 36.2 by 27.3, then you divide the value by 11.7, the answer will be 551.1. So you need to remember this step, the particular step. It is only the additional part while we have multiplication and division. So we'll discuss another 2 examples, so you can familiar with the logarithm table, inshallah. Students, we have another question to evaluate using logarithm table. Evaluate using logarithm table. 2315 divided by 40.1 into 3.8. Okay, we'll start the steps. Usually we need to write the final value as an algebraic term. Then we need to add logarithm sign on both sides of the equation. So LGX, LG, within the bracket, write the given value as it is. 2315 over 40.1 into 3.8. Okay. Now we are only using the right hand side. So on the right hand side, within the logarithm we have 2 values, multiplication and division. Always we do the division part on the first step. So in the denominator, like the previous question, in the denominator now we have 2 separate values. So don't think as 2 separate values, think as a single value. So you have a value on numerator and you have value on denominator. You have a division, so you can separate it like subtraction. So LG 2315 minus LG 40.1 into 3.8. Okay. So now we have logarithm with multiplication. So remember this step. So after the subtraction, if you want to write anything, you need to write within inside the bracket. So if not, you will change the question. Okay, within inside the bracket, we can write as separate values. LG 40.1 plus LG 3.8. What is the reason we put a bracket on this step? Because we have more than one value. After the subtraction, if you have more than one value, so it is safe, you have to write within inside the bracket. Okay, so now LG 2315 minus, if you multiply with the logarithm individually, LG 40.1 minus LG 3.8. So now we done. We have created LG sign with the given value. So now we can go for the logarithm. So 2315, the decimal place is after the 5. We have 4 digits. So subtract 1. So 3.2315. 2315. On 23 we have 3636. On 5 we have 9. So 3640, 3645. So 3645 is the logarithm. Minus 41. So we have 2 digits. So 1 point. So 40th row, first column, we have 6021. Then 3.8. Before the decimal we have 1 digit. So 1 minus 1, 0 point. So 380. So 38, we can add a 0 there. So 380. 380 we have 5798. So the other step is also finished. We look at the logarithm. So I write it here. So we have subtraction and a subtraction. So first step we subtract this value from this first part. Then we do the subtraction one by one. So 5 minus 1, it's 4. 4 minus 2, it's 2. 6 minus 0, it's 6. Then 3 minus 6, we can't. So 13 minus 6, it's 7. So if you borrow 1 from 3, it will reduce. So 2 minus 1, 1. So 1.7624. The last value is same, 0.5798. So subtract it. So 4 minus 8, you can't subtract. 14 minus 8, it's 6. So 1. So 11 minus 9, it's 2. 5. 15 minus 7, it's 8. 6. 6 minus 5, it's 1. So 1 minus 0, it's also 1. So while we finish addition subtraction, we write the left hand side. LGX equal 1.1826. So the next step, antilog 1826. So 1826, find the value 1826. You have 1818. Okay, 1818 you have. So 1818 is 15th row, second column. So 1.52. So if you want to go 1826, you have you need 8 more. So the 8 is on third mean difference. So into 10 to the power 1. So the value is 15.23. So this is how we are going to use multiplication and division both together on a question. Okay students, now we can complete the exercises of logarithm 2, that is 20.5 and 20.6 altogether with miscellaneous exercise. So from this video we conclude the subject lesson logarithm. Okay, You can send the answers and you can discuss the doubts via WhatsApp inshallah. Jazakumullah khair.